How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to talk about Purgation Squads today. The Devastator version of the Grey Knight. Stick around. The Purgation Squads. So these guys on paper look very similar to the Strike Squad. However, they do have a few important differences which actually makes them play in a completely different way. So let's go over the stats. So we got movement of 6, weapon skill, ballistic skill, both of 3. We've got a strength and toughness, both of 4. 2 wounds, 3 attacks for the regular Purgator, and the Justicar has 4, just like the Strikes. Leadership is 7, and the Justicar has a leadership 8, and they have a 3+ save. So stat-wise, exactly the same as a Strike Marine. Weapons, they are armed with a Storm Bolter, Nemesis Force Sword, Frag and Crack Grenades. So again, exactly the same as a Strike Marine, alright? This is where they start to get a little different. Well, not this first part, actually, this is exactly the same. Any number of models can each have their Nemesis Force Sword replaced with 1 weapon from the melee weapon list. Okay, that's the same as the Strikes. Now, here's for the juicy part. Ready? Up to 4 Purgators can each have their Storm Bolter and Nemesis Force Sword replaced with 1 weapon from the special weapon list. So that's one point that's different, okay? The Strike Squad, you get 1 special weapon per 5. And basically you can go maximum 10, so you can have 2 special weapons for the whole unit. These guys, you take 5, you can take 4 special weapons straight up, alright? I have mentioned in other videos that special weapons are often best to overlook. This is the unit I would probably suggest to think otherwise with, just because they're able to specialize in it. So, couple of stratagems. The first one is a Purgation Squad specific. It's called Sanctified Kill Zone. Use a stratagem in your shooting phase when a Purgation Squad unit from your army is selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, each time a range attack made by a model in that unit targets and any unit within half range, add 1 to that attack's wound roll. It's an expensive stratagem. It's 2 CP. Where this is really good though is the Psy Cannon is the highest strength weapon we've got in the special weapon section. It is strength 7. You can use another stratagem, which I'll talk about in 1 second, to boost that to strength 8. So let's say you got it up to strength 8. You then can get within half range. You go up against a toughness 8 unit. Bang, you're suddenly wounding on 3. Okay? Now, the way Grey Knights work is they don't just point at something and shoot at it like a normal Space Marine. They stack little layers. Okay? They go, cool, I've got my strength 7 gun. It's now gone to strength 8. I've now gone +1 to wound. I've now got my ballistic skill back to 3+ for another strat. I've got the rerolls here. I've got the psychic power here. And then suddenly something that's just mediocre here, all these buffs, suddenly becomes something that can do something, alright? So that's the first part, alright? Psychic Onslaught. This is the strength bonusing one. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase when a Grey Knight Psyker unit from your army is selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack with a Psy weapon. Psy cannons are Psy weapons. So are silencers. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of that attack and improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. So you've gone to strength 8, AP, neg 2. Okay? Not too shabby. Okay. Another stratagem that works well with these guys is called Death from the Warp. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase when a Grey Knight Psych unit from your army shoots. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, if that unit was set up on the battlefield using the Teleport Strike ability this turn, add 1 to the attack's hit roll. Okay, so you've got your guys in reserve. They've just gone teleported on. Their Psy Cannons and Silencers are going to be neg 1 to hit. This basically means that they, instead of being 4s to hit, they become 3s again. One thing that's often overlooked with this is that it also affects your bolters, okay? So you come in from reserve, your bolters suddenly go from hitting on a 3 to a 2, okay? That is pretty cool. We've got a stratagem called... this stratagem is called Steely Advance. Use this stratagem in your movement phase when a Greynot, an infantry unit from your army, makes a normal move. Until the end of the turn, that unit is considered to have remained stationary. Alright, so this stratagem, it's mainly one you'd use only if you're already set up on the table, or if you've come in from reserve the turn before and you want to move up to get closer for some reason. It's 2 CP though, so it's one of those stratagems you'd want to use situationally. Like it's like, oh cool, they've moved away, something like that, I'm going to then use it. Otherwise, if you try and plan your army around using stratagems like that, you're just going to burn your CP through, and you're not going to be able to use your CP for things that are going to be better at scoring points for you, okay? So just keep those kinds of little considerations in mind. Now, strike squads, they get the Hammerhand psychic power, alright? The Purgation squads don't have access to that, they have access to another one. It's called Astral Aim, alright? This is, to a lot of people, they say it's taken quite a nerf. I actually think it's actually pretty good. Alright, each time this Psyker's unit is selected to shoot, you can reroll 1 hit roll when resolving that unit's attack. Each time rolling this unit makes a range attack, the target does not receive the benefits of cover against that attack. It doesn't say benefits of light cover, it just says benefits of cover. Okay, so that's also the neg 1 to hit stuff. So if someone's behind bushes or trees or whatever, or anything that does the neg to hit, bang, you've bypassed that. You've also bypassed the +1 to armor saves as well. When you've got a bunch of Psy Cannons or silencers and you're hammering a bunch of guys in cover like Marines and things, or anything that's got that extra save from being in cover, that can really help you out a lot there. It's almost like having an additional AP 1 or 2 onto it. One other psychic power which I think works really great with these guys, it's one that they don't cast themselves, but you have a support character with them. It's Empiric Amplification. Okay, I do talk about this psychic power quite a bit. The thing is, this psychic power is kind of one of those powers that is really beneficial for this unit more so than others, mainly because their job is that they're a killing force. They're not there to jump on an objective to that. Their job is to go in, smash the crap out of something and just remove it from play. Just absolutely cane it, dead, gone, see you later. And having something with Empiric Amplification on it, it's going to help you get there with that, alright? So Warp Charge Phase 7, if manifested, select one enemy unit within 12 inches of invisible to this Psyker. Till the start of your next psychic phase, each time an attack made with a Nemesis or Psi weapon is allocated to a model in that unit, add 1 to the damage characteristic of that attack. This psychic power here takes a squad with 4 silencers from being pretty crap to something which can come in, drop Empiric Amplification on it, then a Psychic Onslaught Stratagem. They've suddenly become Strength 5, AP Neg 2. They cast their Astral Aim on themselves, they're ignoring cover. They're just gonna mince a squad of Space Marines, right? A squad of 10 Marines, adios, right? And if you've got a character nearby that rerolls any wounds or hits or anything like that, that's even better. Their Astral Aim give them 1 free full reroll. So if you've got, let's say, a Grand Master, he's dropped in, he's the dude that's casted Edict Imperator, he's now giving them a reroll 1 bubble. Let's say you roll your 24 freaking dice, you've rolled them all, they've got 4 1s and a 3, sorry 2, let's say. 3 would hit if you did the other strat. You can then reroll your 2 as well, so you've got a little bit more extra hits there. Yeah, that's where they come into their own. So I have already mentioned their psychic power is Astral Aim. They get to cast 1 psychic power and deny 1 as well. They come with Knights of Titan, Combat Squads, and Teleport Strike. Now, I don't see a huge use for Combat Squads with these guys. Typically, you're going to take them as either a squad of 5 or a squad of 10. The squad of 5 is just going to have 4 special weapons in it. They're going to be there to just go in, cause all that damage, and likely die the next turn. But their job is there to get in and smash something, all right? If you take a squad of 10, you're taking them to also get benefit from the bolters. And also all the stratagem you put on them, they're gonna also benefit the bolters in the unit that could maybe target something else. Just makes them a little bit more useful like that, but then of course you're obviously spending a lot more points on them. Now they do have the Brotherhood keyword and all that jizz jazz, so they can go into other squads that way. So yes, that's the Purgation squads. I hope I haven't left anything out, but if I have, you know where the comments are. Anyways, have a fantastic day and I will see you with the next video.